Okay, and this is the second day of working on our little business office simulation. And as I resume these machines here, we're gonna pick up right off from where we left off in our previous video, where we were setting up Windows 2000 and Windows 95, and also preparing to install BackOffice onto our NT4 workstation. However, before we get to this, we still need to deal with that weird networking issue. And for some reason, this drive just does not seem to be interested in functioning. So we got to figure out what exactly is going on with it before we can really get network drivers working at all, because we absolutely need network drivers for this. So maybe, just maybe, we have something in our control panel that maybe will help us. The odds of that are incredibly low, but I think it's worth a shot taking a look at least. It looks like Windows 2000 is actually now ready for a little bit more setup. I think I'm just gonna leave all that stuff as default. I think that all should work fine. Name, name. How about Jason James? And of course, working for BG Corp. He is our first employee, I think. No, it would be second employee because Ryan Reynolds is our president. Product key, right. I have that written down somewhere. Let me bring up my keys. Okay, here they are. I'm bringing them up on my other screen here. Here it is. Microsoft Office Windows 2000. Let me put this in here. Alright. Hopefully that's a valid key that works. It is not a valid key that works. That is not great. Let me see if I made a typo here. It would appear I did not, or did I? No, I didn't. So this is just not a key. This is a key that just doesn't work. Um, Wait a minute. I'm using the wrong license key. This is for something else. Okay. Whoopsie. Well, that's an easy fix then. I can just change out all these keys now that I know that this is the wrong key. So let me put this in here. Just going to pause the recording for this part of the key. And it was a valid key, so this actually works out perfectly. So now we need to set a computer name. I think we'll call this, what did we put in for the name? It was like James something. I'll call it James Workstation. Yeah, that works. I mean an administrator password. So let me refer back to our passwords document that we have here. Currently our back office server is floop1234, but I think for James's workstation, needs something a little worse. I can spell station correctly. How about 1234? Ah, no. Oh, computer name. It's just talking about the computer name. So I think that is a valid password. The computer name's Jane's workstation was authenticated to the. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah, so 1234 is the password for James workstation. That is awesome. I love that he just said that. Password and time. That second clock appears to be running a little quick. Doesn't seem entirely normal, but I have no intentions on changing that quite yet. So I think we'll skip past that and ignore that, as if that is not happening. It looks like Windows 95 is finished formatting the hard drive, so I can begin to install in a minute or so. Hopefully Windows 2000 doesn't have any complaints or issues with setting up networking. I think it should do fine, considering it should theoretically have better support for the network drivers included in Proxmox. Proxmox's QM runtimes. So I think we should be fine. But in here we go, networking. Windows NT networking is not installed. Do you want to install it? Yes, I do. Please wait while NT prepares network setup. Awesome. I love how the mouse is just not really functional. wired to the network. That is correct. And I have a feeling it's just not gonna work. That's just how things go in here. So let's get down to our R's. Here we go, Realtek. There's absolutely no way this driver should work, but we're just gonna try it, see what it does. And I just went the wrong way. Oh, there we go, that works. Yep, I just need a TCP/IP. Yeah, there's no way that this is gonna work. NT needs to copy some Windows. Somebody needs to copy some Windows NT files. I have absolutely no clue what this means. I'm just gonna continue. I have no clue what that means. There's absolutely no way that was gonna work anyways. So I think we're gonna go back to our Explorer window here and just see if we can do literally like anything here. Let's go back into Proxmox because I have a feeling we're missing something. So back into our domain controller, which I'm pretty confident at this point domain controller is not the name that would be used. Let's just set up networking on Windows 2000 because that is something that we can do. I'm not going to set up a work group or campaign computer domain quite yet. I think I'll just leave it on the default work group. But back in here, we can set this up. I think it's just because it's an IMG file and not an ISO file that it's complaining. There is no option to add floppy disks, I assume. What does that do? I don't know what that is. I'm not going to play with that. Let me just get different drivers for this. We are using what is this? RTL 8193. RTL 8193. Drivers for NT 4.0. Yeah, that should work. I think this is what we need, but getting this onto our NT4 workstation is going to be rather difficult. I'm not sure how exactly we intend on doing that. Yeah, put an ISO, let's see what that does. Bare Windows NT4, installing drivers. There's a possibility I might want to consider using a different network card simply because of this 8129. I'm looking for the 8139. What was it? 8193, I think it was. It was the 8139. 8139. That is coincidentally exactly what I needed. I'm gonna pull this file. I hope it's a good file. I don't really trust this website too much, but I think drivers.com is mostly trustworthy, probably. Like, it's not like they're gonna harm me or anything. Alright, thank you macOS for immediately unzipping my zip file. That is not obnoxious in some cases at all. So it seems like we're gonna need to burn an ISO. So it sounds to me like it's time to bring up this utility and get some work done. Because it appears we do not have any other option. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring up our this utility and start making a new image. Just create a blank image here. Yeah, it's an error I don't care about. I just wanted to eject these, but I don't really care that much. New image, blank image. Yes, 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 yes. I need fat CD DVD and read write image. Actually, I'll call it the master. I like this option better. We're gonna put in that. I have absolutely no clue if this is going to be any good whatsoever. It's creating a CDR file, which I'm not just exactly sure that's what I'm looking for. I'm more or less looking for... Oh, it failed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Looks like this is talking about something. Digital signature not found. It's talking about sound and video game controllers. Well, neither video game or sound controllers are installed. So I think that's fine. It's going to tell it to continue and proceed on with that. I don't think it should matter. Try to make this again, just to see if I can get this to work. I'm just going to include the entire downloads folder and see if that is going to do anything whatsoever. And I'm just going to create this as a read-only file. I hope that should be an ISO file. Nope, it's a DMG, which is not what I am looking for. That will produce a functional read-only DMG, but in this case, it's not exactly what I was hoping for. I actually don't know where I put that. Probably should have read that. Yeah, that's not what I need. Let's go back to our downloads folder here as an option. Oh, I just put it in my user folder, it appears. Let's go back into a DB CD master as a potential option, or I think we can do this hybrid image, and then it'll produce a DMG file. And I believe there's a command we can run to convert that DMG into an ISO that can be read on NT4. I'm not 100% certain or positive that is possible. So again, I'm going to try to stick away from using Google. And let's read the utility guide that, I'm going to be honest, I forgot even came with this. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. Let's see here. Uses the CDR file extension, DMG file extension, sparse image section, sparse bundle. Interesting. Interesting. I feel like DVD CD master is probably our better option, as I think CDR will hopefully work fine. I feel like there's something we can do from that. Yeah, so I guess we'll just do that and hope it doesn't fail, which is a possibility that it could fail. I have a feeling it's going to not fail, actually. Okay, well, I'll be damned. I was going to bring a terminal up and start reading the manual file for, what is it, disk-util? Yeah, that's what it is. I guess we don't need this anymore. Let me just take a look to see how that looks in Finder. Let's go ahead and just go to our home directory here. Downloads.cdr, and that would be exactly what I am looking for. So I guess that did work. I don't know if Proxmox is going to happily take this as a file, though. I don't believe it will, and it doesn't look like it likes selecting things in that order. So we are going to go to our desktop folders and just not select the file, because it doesn't look like it will happily accept this. Let me move this to a place that's I'm actually moving this into a place that's a little easier to access through this file browser. I'd rather not show off all my files. Yeah, I can't select a CDR file. I really didn't think Proxmox would happily take a CDR file. So let's take a look in here in this manual for disk utility. See if there's anything relevant. Because I think there is something in here that I can use for this purpose. I mean, I can use this program to do what I need. I just don't remember how exactly to do it. Reformat? I don't think that's right. No. Erase optical media? No. Zero disk? No. Partition? No. Precise? No. Split? No. Merge? No. Add? No. Could skip over the entire APFS entirely, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Nope. Apple RAID, don't need that. Core storage, don't need that. What is this? Image. Image. I think image is probably closer to what we're looking for. Image URL. Mount policies. Info. Create. Format as an option. Raw or from. And that I think is it. So I'm not sure that's exactly something I think we need. Devices, I think I could skip over. Disk identifiers, I understand already. Sizes. Format. Still nothing in it quite yet that I'm seeing. Volume roles, I'm not seeing anything, or examples. This could potentially be something we're looking for. Or maybe not. It's kind of hard to say. a lot of image commands here. This is more towards what I'm looking for, but it doesn't look like this will be what I need. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be. That's all right. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Starting with um, yeah, nothing in there relevant. I don't know actually. I don't have a command to run. I think this may potentially be one of the instances in which I actually do need to Google something. Maybe. I'm gonna go with no, not quite yet. Let me fish something out of my trash folder. Let me find it here. Here it is. Go back. And yeah, I'll just use this IMG file yet again. Oh, I don't need to upload anything actually. I already know what I want selected. I just realized I need to do that. Here you go, nope, not hard disk, whoopsie. I need the CD-ROM. It already has that selected, actually. Okay, that's fine. And yeah, so perhaps there's some drivers for our CD DVD drive that might come in handy, potentially. Let me take a look to see if there is anything in here. I'm curious what's under server. I haven't seen what's under server. The server service has not been started. Would you like to start the server service? Yes, I would. Service's name isn't valid. I guess we are not going to find out. Devices, probably closer to what I'm looking for. CD audio, not quite. Changer, not quite. A lot of devices in here. Not quite what I was looking for at all. Yeah, I don't think this is what I needed. I think I actually skipped over a lot of this without reading, so maybe I'll look over this one more time. And I really just don't think these are what I need. Yeah, it's just not. I can't seem to read this for some reason. Device is not ready. Not ready. Was that the same error from before? I don't remember that error. I'm gonna restart my machine and see if this does anything for me. Probably not. NT4, Windows 2000, looks like it has an issue. We're just gonna let it continue and see if maybe it works fine without it. Maybe it doesn't need that. And we're just gonna put Proxmox back. And did this continue? I feel like it didn't. I don't think it did. It did get resumed. It is actually just frozen in this place right now. That is correct. Proxmox reports this as operating, not frozen, but it is very much not responding. We're gonna hit this just a little reload on no VNC, and we have nothing quite yet. Yeah, nothing. Oh. Okay. Okay then. Yeah. Oh wow. This is working. I didn't expect that. Huh. That was unexpected. Okay. Well, I guess it's working now, so not much to complain about that. And 2000 also appears to be frozen. Stuck on registering components. I don't know what to make of that either. And it looks like our download CDR file is just gonna be useless. I'm gonna trash that. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with this here, and there's nothing I can do here because this is busy starting up. And this, I'll just hit more info. Let's see what this does here. I already know what ScanDisk does. Yeah, there's nothing new in here. Is there a way I can skip this? Because I don't want to do this. Exit. Seriously? Okay, fine then. If you insist on it, what? Invalid system disk? Invalid system. Oh, it probably wants me to remove the startup. I mean the installer. So I'm gonna say do not use any media. Try that again. There we go. No, what? What? That's not good. Hard reset. Oh. Again with the invalid system disk. And I'm just gonna put this in here. Cause like, what else could I do? I'm just gonna give it. I'm gonna give it back the installer, and it seems to be doing something now. Weird. Well, I'll hit this with the controller to the. And what was it? Like floop 1 2 3 4. No, shoot. Floop 1 2 3 4. Yeah, I just typed it wrong. Okay, cool. Hey, this is going somewhere. It's now moved on to the next step, saving settings or save settings. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Interesting. This is still complaining about a invalid system disk. So I think I'm going to give up on 95, and I'm just going to jump to 98 SE, because I don't really want to deal with this. So we're going to hit a hard reset on this now. And let's see if D can be read. Probably not. Nope. Still cannot be read. And I don't know what to do with that. Oh, it did something a little further. It tried, I guess. It did try. Huh. That is interesting. Well, we're gonna make things easy on us. We're gonna go to our domain controller and we're just gonna switch out the network device because I'm not dealing with that. Which one should I pick? Um, I think I should probably I don't really know which one to pick. Hmm. I really don't have anything here to pick. Why is this still complaining my system disk? It's still trying to boot from the hard disk. That's why. Hard reset again, and we're going to hit our escape key to escape this, and we're going to jump into our disk, and we're going to tell it to boot off the CD-ROM. And yes, set up from CD-ROM, please. Hey, here we go. If there's a CD in there, I have to remove it. Okay, cool. Let's remove the CD from the 2000 setup, and that is now done. So now I can hit finish, and it should reboot into the hard drive where Windows is now installed. NT, I am a little stumped. I don't really know what to do with it. So, yeah. Let me think about this for a second here. 2098 SE startup. Oh, look at that. 98 SE. Something already. I'll get to that in just a second. Let me just finish up something on here. Alright, let's get back to that. I need setup. Yeah, I think it's just enter. I'm gonna assume it's probably the same setup. Oh, what is this? Oh, dude, I have to sit through scan disk again. Man, I should just let it sit through a scan disk the first time. Hey, look at that. 2000's coming back online. I think 2000's actually good to go. Can BackOffice be installed on 2000? Because if it can be installed on 2000, I might just give up on NT4 and just use 2000. Because, I mean, like, NT4 has no networking. Um, and it's kind of needed. That is definitely needed. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I don't really know what to do. What if I put the CD on 2000 and I created a hard disk and put the files onto this hard disk and then move that hard disk to our domain controller and access the files there? Let's do that. Let's set up the network here. Jason James, who can log onto this computer? Yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Crud. What did we say his password was? 1234. 1234. 1234. Is it really 1234? Yeah, it is. Awesome. Nice. Man, ScanDisk is rather slow. It's certainly taking its sweet time. It's at well, it is period accurate hardware, so I suppose that does make sense. Hey, look at this. Yeah, let's connect to the internet. See what it has. I want to sign up for a new internet account. No. Yeah, just that. Nope, just that. Um, yeah. No. Cool. I kind of knew that wasn't going to do anything, but I just wanted to do it. I do like how they include all these like startup tips. It's useful for people, especially in the 2000s, for the first time, getting onto computers and stuff. So, did I already put the disk in? I don't think I did. Let's put it in. CD drive. Here we go. Local and PCM 100M Ethernet drivers. Ta-da! So we need to bring up our File Explorer, documents, my documents, and I'm just gonna spam that. My computers, CD compound. Oh, that is different. Well, it seems like it is not something wrong with NT. I think it has to do with the fact that it is a image file or an IMG file. Hmm. This is a interesting situation. I'm not really sure what to do in this here. I suppose I could use my network places, and this might be just something we have to transfer over FTP. And if we do have to transfer over FTP, that's not too big a deal. I'll check on networking to make sure our networking is smooth and working. Local area, properties. There is no DHCP server. This thing has no IP address, does it? No, it doesn't have anything. Yeah, it has nothing. Because, there's nothing. Right. Forgot about that. Okay. Well, let's look at control panel and see if we can activate any features here. Just to turn on a DHCP server, this is not Windows Server 2000. This is just a client Windows Server. Screw it. Screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put back office in this thing. I mean, like, we might as well. Back office, CD1. 4 CDs. It's split up across 4 CDs. Pretty cool. My computer. Here we go. Now we're talking. And I believe it would just be the setup program. Voila! Microsoft BackOffice 2.5. Welcome to the Microsoft BackOffice 2.5. Yes, 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 yes. Continue. Choose more info for additional information on setting up BackOffice 2.5, including yes, yes, yes. That is actually relevant in our case. This window is a little bit too big. I'm actually going to cancel this setup here. And what is this? It created some folder, it looks like. Okay. I want to make our window a little bit bigger to work with. Display. Settings. Yeah, let's up this size a little bit. Hey, worked perfectly. I want a little bit more. Actually, no, I don't like that. I think it's a good sweet spot. And actually, I'll just leave it at 16-bit color, just simply because I don't want to push the graphics on this too much. Because this is a RDP. No, it's a VNC screen share, so might as well be a little conservative in terms of resources. You should consider the system. Yes. If you do not have Windows NT Server installed when you start the BackOffice Server installer, Windows NT Server must be the first BackOffice application you install. You can install a SMS. I don't think I need any of that information. You must install Microsoft SQL Server before installing SMS. I actually don't know what SMS is. If you install ISS Server on a server with Microsoft SQL Server already installed, do not install the Internet Information Server Open Database Connectivity drives because the drivers provided with Microsoft SQL are more current. I don't believe any of this is too relevant to me, aside for requiring NT. I would say I have more than this RAM. I actually don't remember what I put on the system exactly, but I think I'm fine. It's disk space. I think any of that's important. That's system requirements. Is this the end of the document? It is the end of the document. Dang. That's it? Oh no, because it's a browser. There's gonna be more documents I'm moving. Installing NT server. You can install backup service to upgrade or replace any of the operating system in the Windows family with NT Server 4.0. So it's supposed to run on NT4, but I do wonder what if I don't do this and I just say go ahead. Name Ryan Ray Reynolds at BG Corp. Why is my caps lock? Oh, here it is. Nope, caps lock is backwards. BG Corp. Oh gosh, the CD key. Let me find that. Yeah, let me find that. I'm gonna put a pause on the recording here. I've actually been recording for a little while. I think this is a great spot to put another pin in this. We have made some, but not a lot of progress. For one, we know NT4 is a little screwed with the driver situation on figuring out how to get drivers in. And then we have a little bit of an issue with the BackOffice as I don't have a CD key for this. And 95 failed, and I kind of just gave up on 95, and I'm sticking 98 SE on, hoping it works. Not the best option, but if 95 actually has an issue, at least we can skip over that. But for now, I think I'm going to call it a day here. It's getting later. And I'll get another video up soon, and we can pick up on this later. For now, bye.